Hip hip hooray! We have made it to week 4 of our 4-week winter intercession class. Can you believe that we are almost done? And in just one short week, you will have completed Math 091 and you will be ready to take a new math class in the spring of 2024. It's been wonderful to celebrate the holidays and to ring in the new year with you. But let's take an opportunity right now to take a look at what's coming up during the last week of the class, week 4. Okay, so let's go to the week 4 module. So again, hopefully you have looked through the week 4 overview. Obviously, you've made it to that page if you're watching this video. We only have one unit due this week. It's unit 12. That's actually due tonight, January 7th, on systems of equations. And then also by the end of the night tonight, make sure you post to the time management discussion board to learn some time management tips to help you manage your time during this week as we wrap up the class. And also hopefully you continue these practices next semester as you take your classes in the spring. I hope you implement some of these time management strategies as well. So in addition to Unit 12 this week, you have Exam 3 that is going to be due Tuesday night on January 9th. Here are the guidelines. It's one attempt, just like the last 2 exams. You have a 2-hour time limit, same as the last 2 exams. You will use Canvas, respond to Lockdown browser. You have to show all your work on a separate sheet of paper. There's 40 questions this time. You will need a piece of graph paper and a ruler to complete the graphing problems on Exam 3. As always, there is a review assignment embedded in More. The exam covers units 9, 10, 11, and 12, so you can practice your problems in the review assignment for the More system. And then I also encourage you to watch this video if you haven't watched it yet about graphing a line in slope-intercept form using graph paper, because it is slightly different than when you just plot the points in the More system and use the online graphing tool to connect your 2 ordered pairs. So I want to make sure that you really see the patterns of the slope of the line when you're graphing them on paper. If you don't have your own graph paper, please print out a few sheets using this link. That way you'll have them when you're ready to take your exam. So the printable graph paper is literally just a piece of paper with a grid on it. But if you haven't been able to make your way to the drugstore or to Walmart or Target, then you can definitely just print out a couple of your own pieces. All right, so normally I do the We Meet sessions on Wednesday, but today I changed it to We Meet Tuesday for this week because I wanted to meet with you before Exam 3 and also before the final exam. So I wanted to use the We Meet session this week for you to ask questions on Exam 3 and also to ask any questions you might have on the review guide for the final exam. So hopefully as many of you as possible can join Tuesday at 4 p.m. Remember, the We Meet session is a chance for you and I to have an hour of time where you can just ask any questions you want and I can answer your questions in real time using my online whiteboard, and you can get immediate feedback and immediate answers to your questions. So then you'll take the exam by the end of the day on Tuesday, then reply to one of your classmates in the time management discussion board by Wednesday, and then on Wednesday you should start preparing for the final exam. So let's take a look at the guidelines for the final exam. Again, you need blank paper to show all of your work. You will need graph paper. And the main thing I want you to realize is that I have a final exam review guide in Canvas. So instead of doing the review assignment in More like you've done for the last 3 exams, I have a printable review guide and the answer key right there. I encourage you to print it out or download it to your iPad if you use the annotation tools and the note-taking tools on your iPad. But if not, print it out so you can complete the review problems with your pencil and paper as many times as you want. And then you can use the answer key to the review guide to check your work. And again, if you look at it before the session on Tuesday that we meet, you can ask me questions and I can go through them with you. So make sure you're going into the week 4 module, printing out the review guide, and then you can look at the answer key to check your work. Let's see, let's go back to the modules and see what else is coming up in week 4. So after you prepare for the final exam, then you'll just take your final exam. It is due by Friday night at 11:59 p.m. So you'll have all day Wednesday, all day Thursday, and even part of Friday if you want to prepare for the final exam. And then make sure you take the exam and submit it by midnight on Friday the 12th. And then, of course, you'll upload your written work. Like I said, it's been wonderful spending these 4 weeks with you. You've been a great group of students. I really enjoyed reading your posts to the discussion boards. You've given a lot of thought to your posts, and you've given a lot of good feedback to your classmates. I think a lot of you have developed some really great habits during this short 4 weeks that are going to serve you well in the future as you take your next math class in the upcoming spring semester. If you have any questions at all about what class you're supposed to register for next semester, please definitely reach out to me. I can answer any questions that you have.